Okay, it's me bringing you, it's me, new video time for me. This is going to be, like I said, one of the last videos I make on this, in this place that I'm at now, and one of the last videos I'm going to be making for a while because, like I said, want to take a break, want to do other things and explore other things, take my vacation, and just pretty much get myself settled down, and then after that, I'll probably come back after that gets settled and start making videos again. So, like I said, this is gonna be the final video from me today. This is just a sports video, like I said, like I promised yesterday in my last video that I made, which was my Wrestling Forgotten Gems video number 16, where I talked about WWF Over the Edge 1999. Today, this is just my NFL Week 1, 2009, 2010 season predictions, because I did a last video before I did my Wrestling Forgotten Gems, and that video somehow just didn't turn out well. The sound was bad, and I was really not energized like I was like sometimes in my other videos. But we start off with this video as the first game just ended for the week 1, which was the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers won by a field goal, and it was a real good game. But then the bad part it was that they lost Troy Polamalu, and their defense sort of struggled, and thus they were kind of hurting up until that field goal, and Ben Roethlisberger led them to the field, and then they got that field goal, and that was pretty much the end of the game. But still, very good game, and let's just hope that the Steelers don't get hurt by the whole Troy Polamalu getting injured, because, like I said, he's one of their key guys that gets them energized, and he's like the engine that keeps this team going. So we get to the first game on Sunday for the Week 1 NFL 2009-2010 season. It was between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, there's not really that much expectations for the Dolphins, as really people don't really expect much from the Dolphins. They expect them to miss the playoffs by at least 2 or get 2 games, but they'll still be a good, decent team. But they won't be like the team that they were last season, where they were having a good season, but still they somehow managed to lose games by 30 or 48 points. Then you got the Atlanta Falcons coming off of a miracle season by just having a real good season, and you had the Matt Ryan play a real good game, and he was sort of consistent right up until they got in the playoffs and they got beat by the Cardinals. But still expect a lot of good things, and I expect this team to possibly win the South or possibly win a wild card spot in NFC. But in the end, though, in this game, I got to pick the Atlanta Falcons winning 20-17, in which should be a really low-scoring game, because this is going to be the battle of defenses in this game, with Miami's defense and Atlanta's defense. So really don't expect much offense in this game. So yeah, like I said, Atlanta will be winning this game 20-17 in a really good game. We then move on to the third game. It's between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs, there was a lot of expectations for the Kansas City Chiefs, but now it kind of got thrown out the window with Matt Castle getting injured, and now they got another quarterback who's not really that good, so they're going to have that quarterback lead them, and really it's just going to determine where the Chiefs go. And now all that hype of the Chiefs being real good and being the one to challenge the Chargers has kind of gone down the drain with Matt Castle being injured. So there's not really that much to expect from this team now, because they don't have a good, solid quarterback who can win some games, some key games for them. And then you got the Baltimore Ravens, a team that has a little bit of high expectations after making it into the AFC Championship game, but really no one really expects that much from this team this year. Maybe a little bit of expectations, but not as lot like last season, as really this team, the defense is getting old. The offense is going to kind of do its thing, but the defense is going to be the Achilles heel for this team as it's getting older. You had some key guys leave from the defensive side, and now they're not really going to be the same team like they've been in the previous season. But still, I expect Baltimore to be a real good, solid team, just not make the playoffs. They'll miss the playoffs by at least 1 or 2 games, or maybe 3 games. But in the end, though, I got to go with the Baltimore Ravens. They're just going to be too much for the Kansas City Chiefs. I see Baltimore winning this game 24-14 or 24-10. Yeah, 28-10 is what I see the score being in this game. We then go with the Philadelphia Eagles against the Carolina Panthers. Philadelphia Eagles are coming off of an emotional season. They're coming off an emotional offseason by getting Michael Vick, and people have been saying that Michael Vick's been playing good and he's been looking like the old Michael Vick, even being a little bit better than the old Michael Vick, but we'll have to see in the regular season. And there's a lot of expectations for the Eagles, as many people expect this team to challenge the Giants for the NFC West, whatever that title is. They expect them to challenge them for that, and people expect them to make the Super Bowl, at least compete for the Super Bowl. So really, there's a lot of high expectations for the Eagles. In my opinion, I personally see the Eagles as a wild card team. Then you got the Carolina Panthers coming out off an emotional season, and it's going to be interesting to see how Carolina's going to pick up from that disappointing season that they had last season. But in the end, though, I got to go with the Philadelphia Eagles winning 24-16, and which should be a low kind of scoring like game. We then go to the Denver Broncos against the Cincinnati Bengals. Really, I got to go with the Cincinnati Bengals winning 26-18. And then you got the Minnesota Vikings against the Cleveland Browns. Minnesota will win this game 20-16. Then you got the New York Jets against the Houston Texans. I got to go with the Jets winning 23-17. Then the Jacksonville Jaguars and Indianapolis Colts renewing their rivalry and playing a real big game. This should be a pretty good, interesting game because these two teams always have good games against each other. In the end, though, I got to go with the Colts winning 30-24 or 33-24. Then the Detroit Lions against the New Orleans Saints. I got the New Orleans Saints winning in a high-scoring game. New Orleans winning 36-22 or 36-20. Then the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be playing a game. Really, this should be a low-scoring game because I don't expect any high scoring in this game, with the Cowboys winning 23-14. Then the San Francisco 49ers against the Arizona Cardinals. I got to go with the Arizona Cardinals winning 28-20 or 28-22. Yeah, 28-22. Washington Redskins against the New York Giants. I expect the Giants to dominate this game by the Giants winning 38-16 or 38-18. St. Louis Rams against the Seattle Seahawks. Really, this should be a really interesting game. It'll be interesting to see how well the Seahawks play after having a miserable season, which the Seahawks were plagued by injuries, but now they're going to be a whole lot healthy, and they got a lot of new faces on this team. It'll be interesting to see where this team goes in the NFC West and in the NFL season overall. Really, I got to go with the Seattle Seahawks winning 24-14. Then the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers will win this game, and which should be a really close game. But I expect this to be sort of like a low-scoring game, with the Packers winning 26-22. The Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots. One of your Monday night doubleheader games. I see the New England Patriots dominating this game 41-14. And then the San Diego Chargers against the Oakland Raiders. I gotta go with the San Diego Chargers, just completely dominating the Raiders, but not dominating them like enough like they did last season, where they sort of almost blew them out. I see the Raiders sort of putting up the effort and putting up some points. Really, in the end, though, I see the San Diego Chargers winning 32-23 or 24. So yeah, that's pretty much my NFL 2009-2010 NFL Week 1 predictions. Just giving you my thoughts about that. Hope you liked my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment, give me your thoughts of what you think of some of my Week 1 predictions, and hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, and like I said, I'll hope to bring you another video when I get all this stuff straightened out and when I start making videos.